fabled heat, where magic meets desire. Subscribe to ignite the fantasy.
The air tastes of scorched cinnamon and ozone, a heady mix of power and decay that burns my lungs with every shallow breath. I press my palm against the cold obsidian of the rift tower, feeling tremors pulse through my bones like a frantic heartbeat. The stone is smooth, almost glassy, yet it vibrates with a low, mournful hum that seems to echo the very fractures of the multiverse. Each crack in reality reverberates a silent scream, a splintering that mirrors the ache between my shoulder blades, a pressure that has been building since the first omen appeared in the sky. I close my eyes for a heartbeat, letting the scent of burnt sugar and ionized metal flood my senses. The taste of ash lingers on my tongue, and I can almost hear the distant wail of worlds collapsing, a choir of dying stars threatening to drown out even the most stubborn hope. My mind flickers back to the night we first discovered the rift, when the sky split like a shattered mirror and a river of violet fire poured into our valley. The ground trembled beneath our feet, and the night air turned electric, crackling with raw, untamed magic. I remember the way the light painted the faces of my companions in hues of amethyst and gold, how the wind carried the scent of wet earth and ozone, how my own heart hammered against my ribs as if trying to break free. That night I promised myself I would never let the darkness win. I promised that I would stand at the edge of the abyss and fight, even if the world fell apart around me. I promised that I would protect the people I love, no matter the cost. As I stand here, the memories of that night flood my mind, and I can feel the weight of my promise bearing down on me. I think about the journey that has brought us to this point, the struggles we have faced, and the sacrifices we have made. I think about the people we have lost and the ones we are still fighting to save. Kale murmurs beside me, his silver eyes blazing with desperate heat as he traces the glowing runes etched into the tower's inner wall. His voice is a low thrum that vibrates against my spine. The stabilization wards are failing faster than we can reinforce them, he says, his breath hot against my ear, sending a shiver of longing down my throat. I feel a surge of fear at his words, but I push it aside, focusing on the task at hand. I think about the wards and how they are the only thing standing between us and the darkness that threatens to consume everything. I think about the magic that flows through the tower and how it is the key to our survival. Ethan steps closer, his hand finding the small of my back, his fingers warm and steady. He leans in, his lips brushing my ear, his whisper a promise of fire. Hold on to me, love. Let our heat melt the darkness. I feel a spark of hope at his words, and I turn to him, my eyes locking onto his. I see the determination in his eyes, the love and the passion that burns within him. I see the same fire that burns within Kale, and I know that together we can face whatever lies ahead. The rift widens, a black maw hungry for everything we hold dear. I feel Kale's hand tighten on my throat, his pulse racing against my skin, while Ethan's warmth spreads through my spine, anchoring me. My heart pounds, torn between fear and the fierce, intoxicating love that binds us. In that breath-stopping moment, I realize the only way to survive is to surrender to the fire they ignite within me. I think about the love that we share, the bond that ties us together. I think about the way Kale's touch sets my skin ablaze, the way Ethan's kiss makes my heart skip a beat. I think about the way they make me feel, the way they challenge me to be stronger, to be braver. As I stand there, surrounded by the darkness, I know that I am not alone. I have Kale and Ethan, and together we can face anything. We can face the rift, and we can face the darkness that threatens to consume us. We can face our fears, and we can overcome them. I take a deep breath, feeling the air fill my lungs, and I know that I am ready. I am ready to face whatever lies ahead, to fight for what we have, and to protect the people I love. I am ready to surrender to the fire that burns within me, to let it consume me, and to let it set me free. We can do this, I say, my voice barely above a whisper. We can face the rift, and we can save our world. Kale's eyes lock onto mine, and I see the determination in his gaze. Ethan's hand tightens on my back, and I feel his warmth spread through me. Together, Kale says, his voice low and husky, we can do anything. Ethan nods, his eyes burning with passion. We will face the rift, and we will emerge victorious. I smile, feeling a surge of hope and determination. I know that we can do it, that we can face whatever lies ahead, and that we can save our world. I know that as long as we have each other, we can overcome anything. The rift may be wide and it may be hungry, but we are stronger. We are the fire that will burn bright, that will illuminate the darkness, and that will guide us through the abyss. We are the love that will conquer all, that will overcome every obstacle, and that will save our world. And with that knowledge, I step forward, ready to face whatever lies ahead, ready to surrender to the fire that burns within me, and ready to save our world.